What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to be doing an update on my Glamour House of Hair Flirt installed on a velvet hybrid bossy wig. This is the hair that I'm wearing right now. It's in a bun, and I was wearing it in a ponytail, and then I just transitioned it into a bun because I'm about to do a braid out. So yeah, but this is my bun. The hair pulls up nicely. Less than 1 inch of my hair is out all the way around. This is the double part wig, so you see everything is covered. It pulls up into a bun nicely. I actually did a video on how I made the ponytail in the bun, so I'll have that up soon. But I put it in the bun dry. So today's video, I'm gonna do a braid out. The products I'm gonna use, I'll tell you about first. This is my first time doing it, so I'm testing the products and I'm testing how this braid out is gonna come out. So the products that I'm going to use are Cantu Shea Butter. I'm going to use this sparingly because I don't want any buildup. I'm going to use aloe vera gel. I'm also going to use this sparingly, and this is just going to be for a soft hold. And then I'm also going to use this serum. It's called Frizz Defense. Use any serum you want. This is the only one that I could find right away. But I'm using this for shine because the hair does get a little dry. So I'm going to start off by washing the hair, and I'm not going to do my leave out in this video. I'm going to separate my leave out and twist it. But if you have a sew-in, and this is for any kind of Keek curly because it's probably going to react just about the same as any other Keek curly would. So if you have a sew-in, then feel free to do this method and pull your sew-in into the braids. Braid out. Did I say twist out? No, braid out. Pull your leave out into the braids, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to let the hair dry off of my head. So I'll show you the hair before I actually get started with the braid out. I actually have this, my leave out is tied on with this headband that has like memory wire on it because I put the wig in a ponytail and before my leave out, and then I put my leave out in the ponytail separately. So, and as you can see, I didn't leave out anything in the side part. You can't even see the side part because I covered my twist. I can't explain it. I stretched the side part out so that it's like an invisible part. There's no hair in between. Okay? So, and it's just in a basic bun. But an update on the hair while I'm taking this down to show it to you. I actually really like it. Blending has been a breeze. I mean a breeze, like a 2-strand twist, take it down, and I don't even have to tuck if I don't want to. And tangling, it tangles. It's not ridiculous tangling, but it tangles. This is definitely hair I recommend putting on a wig, on like a bossy wig or removable unit, because if you're sleeping on it, you're probably gonna get more tangles than not. It does get really dry. You can see the dryness, like it's really dry. And it's pretty stiff. Okay, it doesn't have the same movement as like the Allure pattern, which I'll show you. This is the Allure for comparison. You can't see the pattern good right now, but there's the Allure for comparison. But yeah, this is what it's looking like after being in a ponytail for many days. Many days. So, and I'm sure the color has a lot to do with the dryness, because in the back, the back wasn't colored as much. It's not as tangled and it's not as dry. It does shed. I've been wearing it for about 5 weeks now. 5 weeks consistently, though I did not wear it for the last 3 days, I will say that. But aside from that, I've been back wearing it, and I'm wearing it consistently. And I mean, I've been wearing it in the middle part and the side part, up in the ponytail and the bun, as you can see. Yeah, it does, like I said, it does shed. It sheds as much as you would expect kinky curly hair to shed, and it really only sheds when it's wet and I'm detangling it, because I don't do anything to it when it's out and dry. I just wear it. And the fact that it's on a velvet wig makes it to where I don't have to manipulate it if I don't want to, which I don't want to. So that's my update on the hair for now. I mean, I still really love it. I love the color. It took color really well. You see the color starting to fade a little. It's not as red, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with that because I still like the color even in the brown. So in order to do the braid out, if I said twist out, I meant braid out. The first thing I'm going to do is wash the hair, and I'm going to wash that off camera. I will be back after I wash it, and then we can get started with the braid out. And I'm just going to wash it with some basic shampoo and conditioner, my moisture recovery conditioner, and my Cowboy Magic shampoo. So the moisture recovery conditioner, I love it because it makes this hair so much easier to detangle. Really cool. Really quick for maintenance. What I've been doing with this hair is I co-wash it with silicone mix, and I just put my silicone mix in water in this spray bottle, and I will spray the hair down and detangle it and leave the silicone mix in because this hair gets really dry. Like super dry. So that's why I use the silicone mix, but I mean, it's been working. And this is with nothing on it, like no silicone mix. I just washed it and let it air dry, and that's why it looks this dry right now. The silicone mix, it doesn't look like this. So you'll see once I wash it. All right, so I'll be back after I wash the hair, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, I'm back. The hair is washed, and now we're going to get started. I'm going to shut up and do a voiceover so that I'm not talking too much and can speed up the process. But before I do that, I just want to show you the hair after it has been washed. I washed it with Cowboy Magic shampoo and conditioned with Joico Moisture Recovery Conditioner. And this is the hair soaking wet. And just from my detangling session with the conditioner, I'm going to show you the shedding that I got. And this is what I mean when I say I get a lot of shedding when I detangle it. Okay, so just to recap the products I'm using again, Cantu Shea Butter, the conditioning leave-in, aloe vera gel, and a serum. Okay, and I'll also be using a paddle brush rather than my Denman brush just because I want the hair to be smoother. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is take my hair and brush it in the direction that I want it to fall after it's in the twist. So since I want a side part, I'm brushing it into a side part. Next, I'm going to take a section of my hair on one side in the front, and the size of the section is going to determine the size of your wave pattern. So I'm taking a little of the Cantu Shea Butter, a little of the aloe vera gel, I rub it together in my hands and then apply it evenly on that section of hair. And then I'm going to take a little of the serum and apply it on that section of hair. Next, I'm brushing through from the ends to the root in order to evenly distribute the product. And so now I start my braid. And you see I'm starting the braid as close to the root of the hair as possible. Once I have the hair braided all the way down, I just take the ends and twist them around my finger to make a nice little spiral curl. That's going to hold the braid and keep it from unraveling, as well as make the ends of your hair have a nice pretty curl. So I'm going to go through the rest of my head and do the same exact thing, sectioning each piece of hair. And you want to make your sections even as best as you can. It's not always possible to get them perfectly even, but do your best. And want to make sure you use the Cantu Shea Butter and the aloe vera gel and apply it to each section, and then apply the serum, and then make sure you brush through and evenly distribute the product as well as detangling the hair. When I'm doing the crown, I braid the hair going forward as well as the back so that I will have some volume in that area. If you braid the hair with it going towards the back, it's going to be a little flat in that area. So I'm just braiding it forward in order to give it a little lift.
And you may need to go back and redo some sections, especially in the back. It just depends on how your hair is spaced out in the back. Mine is spaced out really wide because the wefts on this hair are really dense. So I had to go back and resection the back of my hair just to make sure those sections were even. Once I'm done twisting, I go through and I'm lifting the roots around where my leave out will be, and that's just so that those parts of the hair won't be pulled so flat, and it will make blending a little easier. And so this is what it's looking like. As you can see, I had to get creative in the back in order to make the spacing work out so that the sections would be even. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't even count. Maybe 8 or 9.
Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry. You can sit under a dryer. Sorry, itching. To let it dry, you can air dry with it on your head. Me, since this is a bossy wig, I'm just going to take it off and hang it up to dry. And today I'm just going to wear a different wig while this is drying. And I'm just making sure, since I'm able to take it off, I can see better because I don't have my glasses on. I'm just making sure that I don't have any residue from the shea butter, the Cantu, because it will leave a white residue on your hair if you don't rub it in good. So I'm just making sure that I have that rubbed all the way in. And then I'm going to make sure I hang it up in the side part, how I plan to wear it, so that the braids still fall where I want them to fall. So I'll be back when this is all dry, and I will show you what it looks like. I love these little curlies.
So now the hair is dry. I'm just kind of squeezing the braids to make sure it's dry all the way throughout. And you see the ends are curly. It has some nice movement. I'm going to take the braids down. I'm taking the braids down very carefully so that I don't create any frizz. And it's really easy since I used the serum and the shea butter, so they just kind of slide apart. But you want to make sure you don't disturb the pattern because it can frizz up on you. And I'm just making sure I take all of the braids out before I do anything else. Once I have all of the braids out, then I'm going to take each section and pull the hair apart. I'm not raking my fingers through it because that will create frizz. I'm actually taking sections of the hair and I'm separating the strands by pulling them apart. And what that's going to do is make the hair fuller, create some volume, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And make the hair not look so uniform and defined. And so this is what it looks like after I've pulled the hair apart. Yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about it in just a second. And what you can do is just kind of shift the hair around so that it falls the way you want it to, which should be pretty easy since we brushed the hair the way we wanted it to fall and braided it the way we wanted it to fall earlier in this video. This step is not necessary. I'm just tying a scarf / headband around my head because I did not prepare my hair for blending. So I'm just going to put this on my head in order to give it a more finished look rather than having my kinky kinky edges and leave out, you know, hanging out around there. So
This is my braid out, you guys. It's really tight. Yeah, you see the curls, the waves from the braids came out super tight. Not that much looser than the actual pattern of the hair. And seeing as how I don't do this style myself more often, or often period, I don't even know what to do with it. So I'll just wear it like this for today. Yeah, because like I really don't know what to do with this as far as styling it. Because this isn't my kind of curl. I like the natural curl of the hair, but yeah. So you guys can see how it came out. It is indeed looser than the natural pattern of the hair, especially in the front. If you want like bigger waves or a looser pattern, then you of course would make bigger braids. Or you can take your braids and you can add like some fabric, I want to say like some silk chiffon, and take a strip and kind of roll it up and then add it into your braid to make it bigger, to make your waves bigger. If you want a tighter pattern, let's say you have a looser pattern of hair and you want to make it tighter, then you just make your braids smaller than I did. Yeah, but of course the natural pattern of the hair is the reason why it looks as tight as it does, because the hair, even though you set it in a certain, in the braid to make that pattern, it still shrinks back up a little bit even in the braid. But this is it. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was helpful, and let me know what other types of tutorials and how-to videos, styling videos, or things like that you want to see, and I'll be sure to put them out. And again, sorry for the flash. Thanks for watching. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.